Hello student, I am Professor Rohit Salve and in this video I am talking about the poem Each and All by Ralph Waldo Emerson. So in the previous video we are talking about the transcendentalism. What is transcendentalism? Transcendentalism is a religious movement and it's give the special importance to individual feelings and individual inner self. So the transcendental people give the importance of nature, people, and they says that nature is an important element to experiencing divinity. Transcendental views was greatly inspired by German Romanticism and Indian philosophy. Especially, transcendental people follow the Indian philosophy about the relationship between universal and individual. Universe means, according to them, is an oversoul which cover all soul. Thus, every soul, every individual is a part of oversoul. That is, every soul is linked or influenced by Brahma. Hence, everything in the world has its own place and own importance. Therefore, human life understood something inspirable from divinity. Harriet Beecher Stowe, Henry David Thoreau, Edgar Allan Poe, Walt Whitman, Emily Dickinson, Ralph Waldo Emerson, these are the great transcendentalists. So, Ralph Waldo Emerson is also a great transcendentalist. His poem, Each and All, prescribed for our study. So, now we discussing about the Emerson poem, Each and All. The poem, Each and All, is published in 1839. The poem is a philosophical and meaningful. It is full of images drawn from nature. Poet says that each and every element contributing to create something perfect and beautiful. For example, unless the dot, Rangoli is not completed. That means smallest part also important in the universe. For example, insect. The poem Each and All describe the importance of nature in experiencing divinity. Everything in the nature, small and the great, has its own importance and own place. Even the smallest element is also contributed in making something perfect and beautiful. Beauty is a result of wholeness. If you try to destroy it, beauty may be lost. So, the speaker takes up so many series of examples to prove his point. First example, a bird who sings sweetly and melodiously in a wood became extremely dull if it is brought to house and kept in the cage. That time bird cannot sing so well because it misses its natural background of the river and the sky. Second example, beauty of seashell fades immediately when they are taken away from the seashores and kept in a house. They lose much their grace and the charm. Third example, a beautiful maiden girl is full of life when she is in the company with her friends on the field. But when she is married and became a wife, she is a beautiful but no more beautiful. Thus, this is the argued that nothing exists in the isolation or nothing exists in a lonely. Means beauty is a result of gatherness or the unity. Speaker experiences divinity when he is in the company of a nature. So he gets his experience again and again. Speaker also says that there could be different way of achieve divinity. Nature is the exist one. The speaker, as a transcendental belief, says that human being cannot separate itself from nature because man is also part of nature. Man is also a part of universe, and in every soul is a part of oversoul. That means every soul or every atma is linked or influenced by Brahma. That's all. Thank you.